Welcome to Bill's Bridge Corner, Monday, January 6th, 2013. Class 75, Discards, Part 2. In yesterday's class, we introduced the concept of discards and various conventions regarding the use of discards. A discard is a signal, and it may be of any flavor. It may be an attitude signal, a count signal, or even a suit preference signal. We began by giving rules for various ways of discarding. We continue today. More discarding rules. Rule 5. At no trump, try to keep one card of partner suit if you have a possible outside entry. The reason is obvious. If partner suit is establishable, he may have no entry to his hand. You may provide the entry by saving that card and leading it to him. Once you get rid of it, you may lose communication with your partner. A sure way of losing a partner is to avoid returning partner suit because you threw the last card away and he's sitting there with several winning cards and unable to cash them because he may not have the entry you do. Rule 6. Be wary of discarding an honor card to show strength when dummy has a lower honor. See the next page as an example. You are east, spades or trump. Declare is pulling trump, and you follow for 2 rounds. On the 3rd round, you have the opportunity for a discard. Here are the club suit, the side suit. You have ace-10 third, dummy has king-8 third. Rather than discard the 10 of clubs, discard a low diamond. In other words, that 10 may be a trick. Instead of giving a positive signal for clubs, give a negative signal for another suit. More rules. Rule 7. Keep length parity with dummy. Kind of goes without saying. Let's say dummy has 4 clubs, ace, king, queen, 4th. You have 4. Yeah, you only got the 7, but if you throw away the club, that 5 of clubs in dummy may end up being the winning trick. You can't afford to pitch it. Avoid pitching that club until dummy pitches a club. That 7 of club could be the setting trick. Keep length parity with declare. That's a little more difficult, but the concept is the same. If you can count declare's distribution, and sometimes you can, either by the bidding or by the play of your partner and or declare, you must also prevent the declare from establishing a long suit in his hand. The perils of bridge. Rule 8. When dummy has a short suit but pulls trump and fails to trump that suit, it is safe to discard from this suit. Let's look at an example. As opening leader, West, against 7 hearts, that's your hand. You lead the king of clubs. Dummy comes down with this hand. Declare wins the ace of clubs, the ace king of hearts, then the ace king queen of diamonds, ending in his hand. Partner gives you a high-low. What do you pitch? Well, here's the whole hand. There's the bidding. I hope that you pitch the right card. You pitch a spade. Now declare leads 3 rounds of hearts. Now what do you pitch? Here's the remaining hands. If declare had a losing club, he had opportunity to rough that in the dummy. He didn't. You can afford to pitch clubs. That jack of spades is the setting trick. You can't afford to pitch more than 1. Don't pitch 2 spades. You give him the contract. More discarding rules. Rule 9. If you make 2 discards in the same suit, the first discard is attitude, the second present count. Let's go through an example to see how that works. Let's suppose that King Queen 9853 started with 6 clubs. Discard the 9. First is attitude. I like the suit. Then the 3. The present count is 5, so you play low. Let's suppose you had 5 clubs, King Queen. First the 9, the attitude, then the 8, high. Present count 4, even. Let's say you have 4 small. First you discard the 3, attitude, I don't like it. Then the 4, present count, odd. How about 3 little? First discard the 3, attitude, then discard the 8, present count, 2, which is even. Simple. Rule 10. After you lead a suit, the first discard in that suit is present count. Let's go through an example of that. You open the bidding with 1 heart. Let's suppose that you have King Queen 854. Or in case B, you have King Queen 8754. You either have 5 or 6 hearts. You lead the King of Hearts against 4 spades. Declare wins the ace and pulls trump. If you're going to discard from the heart suit, and you had it 5, discard the 8. Present count 4. Even number left. Partner knows you have 4 left. You started with 5. If you started with 6, you discard the 4, which is low, odd number left, which means you had 6 to start with. After you play third hand to a trick, your first discard in that suit is present count. It's identical to Rule 10, but it applies to third hand. Let's look at this example. Again, you hold the same hand. Partner leads a heart, and you play the queen. Declare wins the ace. Later, you decide to discard a heart. Same rules apply. If you started with 5, you discard the 8. That says you have 4 left, so you start with 5. If you had 6, you discard the 4, odd number, so you had 6. This is an easy game once you get the hang of it. Tomorrow, we're going to give you a challenge. We're going to give you a quiz on defensive play. It should be a piece of pie for you. Cake? The day after, we're going to give you the answers. So stay tuned. Come back tomorrow and take the quiz.